Hey book nerds, I'm here with my April wrap-up and I've only read 10 books, which is a pretty low number for me. I really wanted to get ahead of my Goodreads goal and now unfortunately I am 21 books behind because I am challenging myself to read 200 books. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm gonna try to do a hiatus next month so I can finally catch up on my reading and my reviews, and hopefully it'll give me a break because sometimes blogging and booktubing is a lot of work, so I think that hiatus is needed. So I listened to this audiobook from the library and I have this Overdrive app on my phone and that's how I listen. Sometimes I forget to include my library reads because I do listen to audiobooks nowadays. So the one audiobook that I eventually listened to was meant to be by Lauren Morrill. And this one, heard mixed things about it. I heard the character wasn't as nice or she was way too judgmental, and I had to agree. I didn't really like her at first, but she is a teenager and I had to, accept that. But I thought it was a really cute read. It kind of reminded me of Bridget Jones' Diary, if you guys have ever read that chick lit book. I really enjoyed that book. So it kind of reminded me of this one, which is funny because Bridget Jones is also inspired by Pride and Prejudice, so that's why I was kind of remembering the tones and the storyline was a little similar. So that's what I thought about it. But I thought it was really cute. I thought the whole setting, being in London and going on this vacation or trip, I think it was a trip for school, and I just can imagine having so much fun going to school and learning and immersing yourself in culture. So I thought that was done really well, though I did have to give this one a 2 out of 5. And the e-arc that I had to read right away because it was going to expire is One Man Guy by Michael Barakiva. And I really enjoyed this one. It was a really cute read about a boy who realizes he might like boys. So I thought it was an interesting read because I've never read a book like this before. I thought it was very realistic, and I just have to say that his family was crazy. But as you know that most families could be really dysfunctional, his was, and I can totally understand where he's coming from. He lives in America, but his family really wants to be not Turkish because it wasn't Turkish. Oh my gosh, I forgot what he was, and that is really gonna bother me. And I don't know why my memory has failed me, but I'm gonna check. This is gonna bother me. It wasn't Turkey, but it was Armenian. There you go, Giselle. My gosh, my memory. Anyways, he and his family are Armenian, and I really loved how the culture was brought up into the story, how woven and intricate the details were. There was a lot of food related scenes, and I loved hearing about that because it was making me hungry at the same time. So I really thought it was cute. I give this one a 3 out of 5. And for some reason, I cannot find this book on my bookshelves. I was doing some cleaning, so I'm going to show you the cover here, The Ring and the Crown by Melissa de la Cruz. This one I was expecting more of, I want to say, a storyline. Not a lot happens in the beginning and in the middle pages. I was really going along because the characters were just so darn dramatic, and I felt like I was reading a soap opera, to be honest, and that's what really pushed me to keep reading it. And I thought it was good. The world building was excellent though. She does write science and magic and brings them together. Like I thought that having technology as backwards and having magic as like the forerunner instead of technology was done well. I think I gave this one a 3 out of 5 because the ending actually, a lot of things finally picked up and it left on a cliffhanger, and I really do like cliffhangers, so yeah, I gave that one a 3 out of 5. And the physical books that I have here that I have read this month is Avalon by Mindee Arnett, and she is also the author of The Nightmare Affair. I didn't realize that until I went to her Goodreads. So this book is science fiction and set in space, and I really like sci-fi. But this book, I found it to be really tedious and long, and I had no qualms about it, but I was getting really bored. I am someone who likes fast-paced writing, and sometimes when there's like a lot of stop and go pacing, I get really bored fast. So I had to put it down just so I can pick up another book and read that one first, because I was a little bored with this one, I have to be honest. I think I gave this one a 3 out of 5, don't remember, but it should be down below if you really want to check it out. And the next book I read is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Oh my god, you guys, love her writing. She's probably one of my favorite contemporary authors. I thought this was really adorable. It was a little long though. I found that it was it was dragging too much, but I had to pull through because it was so cute. The boy in this one, I wished she kind of ended up with someone else. Like, it's still thrown up in the air because this is a duology, so you never know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I recently met Jenny and she was so amazing. I should have a recap down below because I'm gonna post it soon. So read it if you guys like a cute story, but it also has these like sisterly elements that reminded me of Little Women. So yeah, take a stab at this one. I gave this one a 4 out of 5. The next book I read is Pretty Girl 13 by Liz Coley. This book is, I want to say, really crazy. I wasn't expecting this character to be kidnapped, and she comes in. And the next book is Pretty Girl 13 by Liz Coley. This book, you guys, is something else. I had no idea what it was about because I like reading books blind, and it just blew me away. I did not expect to have multiple personality disorders within the characters. I did not expect to have a kidnapping, and not a murder, but a kidnapping when she was young, and then she comes back and she tries to find out what happens to her. So there's a lot of like psychology and memory loss in this book. Holy crap. I was blown away. It's very interesting. You can tell Liz did a lot of research. I loved this read. It was a 4 out of 5 for me. I believe it might be a little intense for some people, but yeah, just a warning for you if you don't like intense scenes. Like, it's not graphic so much, but there are some parts where I was just like, whoa. But yeah, it was really intense and really good, so I highly recommend this one. And the next book is Perfect Ruin by DeStefano. If you catch my blog, I already reviewed this one, and what I remember about this whole time is that I just love Lauren's writing. She brings up this world where people are living in a utopian society, and as you know, sometimes that kind of society falls down, and our character finally realizes she is, you know, living a lie. So it is so good. I love her writing. I pulled so many quotes from this one. Although the world and the characters were really good. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 just for the story movement and more development of the story. Like I really like this a really well written paced story, but this one was a little draggy, or maybe I'm just being picky. So this one, 3 out of 5, a solid 3 out of 5. I also read The Unseemly Education of Anne Marchant by Joanna Wiebe. Oh, I am sorry. But this book, okay, first half I want to say is like Mean Girls on steroids. There is a lot of girl on girl hate in this book, and I was surprised but also intrigued because there was a promise of a haunting or mystery or something to that effect. A lot of people recommended to me saying that it was scary, but I didn't feel scared at all. It was more of a mystery more than anything, and even though I did not like the main character, it was hard to get into her head, even though the writing was pretty like straightforward. I think I gave this one a 3, or was it a 2? I am not sure, but I thought it was good. I was still invested in the mystery and the paranormal elements in it. She writes pretty straightforward, like I said, and yeah, I just wish that the character was more likable. So yeah, I'm still interested in the mystery, so I really want to know what happens. The ending was a cliffhanger, so that's probably why I really am gunning for the next book, but I highly recommend to just borrow this one. And the last book that I have for you guys is The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Now, this book was out a while ago. I had no like inkling to read it because I was waiting for all 3 books to come out, and finally did. I met Laini over last week, and I was just so excited to meet her. She was so great. Oh, you guys, meeting authors is amazing. But anyways, back to this book. It was so good. Her writing has that beautiful, like, poetic, lyrical writing that I have to say can be compared to Tahara. And I found that same kind of elements in this story. Really like the main character. She's really kick-ass and funny at the same time. And the world that Laini has created in this one was really, really good. I just have to say that the story unravels in such a unique way. It goes backwards. So it goes from present to the past, and then that's how the entire story reveals. And I thought that to be really unique. You know, usually when you read a book, it's from like the present, like it just keeps moving forward, but this was going backwards. And I thought that was really, it was done really well. And I was always like trying to find out what happens and having my own theories, and I love it when books do that. So this one I gave a solid 4 out of 5. That's it for me, you guys, this time, and I hope you guys have read a lot of books this month. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books, and I'll see you next month. Bye, guys.